Welcome back to the Ed Show. I think Mitt Romney just did a huge favor for the labor movement in this country. A renewed focus is on Ohio's labor fight ever since Romney flip-flopped on his support of the Buckeye State's union-busting law. The Democratic National Committee is highlighting the gaffe in a new web ad. It says Romney can't clarify his position on Issue 2 because he's running for office, for Pete's sake. So last night, Governor Kasich, well, he called in the heavy artillery and the cavalry and everybody else. He rolled out the red carpet for Sean Hannity, who did a special pro-Issue 2 broadcast from the Ohio State House.
You're getting demonized. You're getting beaten up. You have literally millions of dollars of ads now. What, $60 million, I think, they've been running ads.
I would think it'd be close to that.
They're bussing in union people from around the country. I know because I met one of the bus drivers, and unions are giving free weekends in Ohio for people that will come and protest you.
Sean Hannity never met a number he couldn't fudge. Campaign finance reports released today show the anti-Issue 2 group, We Are Ohio, raised about $30 million, not $60. And the group fully discloses its union donations, unlike the pro-Issue 2 group, which will not reveal donor amounts. But it looks like Kasich supporters need to spend more money on advertising. The pro-Issue 2 message just doesn't seem to be sinking in with some people. How are you going to vote on Issue 2 in Ohio?
Issue 2?
Yes.
Personally. I haven't made a decision on that, to be honest with you.
Let's bring in Larry Cohen, president of the Communication Workers of America. A new Quinnipiac poll shows Ohio voters, Larry, are overwhelmingly opposed to Issue 2. 57% say the law should be repealed. Only 32% say leave it alone. But an internal Progress Ohio memo just picked up by the Ed Show producers issued a warning to labor. Quote, make no mistake, this race will tighten between now and Election Day. So how tough a fight is this going to be, Mr. Cohen? What do you think? What's your call on this?
My call is that Ohioans will stand up for workers' rights. I was out in Columbus knocking on doors. And by the way, I was out with 150 people who lived in Columbus that night. I was the only one who didn't live there who went out. And what was amazing, Ed, was you knock on these doors in suburban Columbus, and people knew the issue. They knew they were standing up for police and teachers and public workers. And even though they weren't themselves, they knew the issue, and they knew that it's about rights and that America is about rights and that democracy does not stop at the workplace door. And they actually asked me, can I have more leaflets? Because I want to take this into my workplace. It was amazing. The energy of the canvassers and the energy of the people in Clintonville in that neighborhood.
Kasich was fear-mongering about firefighters on the program last night. Here it is.
In one community here just south of Columbus, they just laid off 14 firefighters today because they don't have enough money to meet the budget.
Why won't the governor address the safety issues caused by Senate Bill 5?
Well, I mean, as you said earlier, when you cut these jobs, number one, in that case, you have safety issues. Number two, this is what's destroying the economy. If people don't have decent paying jobs and they have no rights, they can't buy anything. And the economy continues to unwind and unwind as long as these cuts continue. And whether it's public or private sector, Americans are standing up. That's what the Occupy movement is about. We are the 99%. We're standing up for our rights. We're standing up for the American dream, and we're fighting back. Issue 2, the people are going to win. Working people will maintain their rights in Ohio, Ed. I'm confident of it.
You know, last night it was interesting. Our producers are telling me that of the 35 minutes in that program where the governor was with the host, firefighters, police, and public safety was only mentioned one time. I mean, it's obvious they're taking cues from Karl Rove, but they did attack union bosses and union members. And anytime they do that, they get the negative reaction that they want. And they're going to use that kind of verbiage to turn public opinion. Will it work?
It won't work. I think Ohioans understand what's going on in their own state. Every city in that state is devastated by cuts in manufacturing, the kind of trade policy we've had for years, and they will stand up for each other. And again, it's not just public sector. It's public sector workers understanding that when private sector workers lose benefits, we all lose. Public sector workers lose benefits or pay, we all lose. We can't go to the store. We can't stimulate the economy. and, you know, tax cut gimmicks are not going to do it. We need rights so that we can bargain, not put employers out of business, whether public or private sector, but bargain, get our share of the productivity increases of the last 30 years, and bring this economy back and restore the American dream.
And Mr. Cohen, if you could put it in perspective for us tonight, what if workers in this country, in Ohio, don't get a successful conclusion on this? How big of a hit would this be to union workers in this country and to the standard of living, and also the message that it would send out of Ohio? How important is this vote, in your opinion?
This vote is critical to send a message across the country that in a key state like Ohio, that's key in every way, it's key in our economy, it's key in our political life, that people in Ohio will stand up for each other. Instead of a race to the bottom, that we start racing to the top. That's what made this country great. And I'm convinced that on November 8th, Ohioans are going to say, you know what? It's time we start racing for the top. We want the best rights the best rights for workers in the world. The best political democracy. We're tired of the race to the bottom, and we're going to show it with our voting that day.
Larry Cohen, the Communication Workers of America, great to have you with us. Thank you so much.